Hi, I'm Teppy Schwartzel, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am doing this live video from Anthem, Arizona. And what I decided to do today was to showcase one of my favorite die sets from Stampin' Up! And this is called the, I'm trying to find it, come on, why, I know I have it down here, hold on just a second. It's called the Detailed Skates die. This is the card, and I thought you might enjoy seeing this. It's probably a little bit more detailed than usual, little bit of die cutting. So now one of the things, just to let you know, my company's name is ariddesertdesigns.com, and the current host code is right here. Now if you decide to order something from me, which I would love, and I would love to be your demonstrator, if you're going to order something under $150, then use this host code. If you're going to order something over $150, do not use this host code. You will get some special rewards from Stampin' Up! By placing an order over $150. Don't have to do that. Any order is just fine with all of us, and we would love to have you join in the Stampin' Up! Family. Okay, let's get on to the card. The first thing we have going is we've got the Smoky Slate cardstock, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, and then it is scored at 4 1/4. And we are going to fold that in half. We've already scored it. And we're going to use our bone folder here to get a nice crisp fold on there. Okay. Put that off to the side. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and rubber stamp that. What we're going to do is we're going to be using the Merry Christmas and Happy New Year stamp from the Itty Bitty Christmas stamps. And we're going to be using Blueberry Bushel. And first I want to make sure that I've got this. Sometimes these stamps don't, I don't get them on there correctly. There might be a little bit off, so I'm just going to try and stamp that and try and make sure that it's on here straight. No, that looks a little crooked. Yeah, okay, pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and stamp the inside of the card, and this is the Merry Christmas and Happy New Year stamp. And you're kind of out of my... Okay. Perfect. And then we're going to wipe it off with our Simply Chamois. Clean that off right away. And then what we're going to do is we are going to get the stamp from, this is called So Many Stars, and the one I'm using is this star here, which is this one. And we're going to stamp off once so that we can get a little bit. We're going to be using the Blueberry Bushel ink again, but I'm going to stamp it off to get rid of some of that ink, and that way, whoops, that didn't look like I got ink in the center there. I'm not getting ink there. Oh, I know why. I know why. I need something underneath here to make sure, because it's not stamping it's not getting the pressure in the right spots. You always, there you go. You always kind of need something that's a hard cushion to get a better stamp experience. So we're gonna stamp that off again. This was kind of a last minute thing for me, so there you go. All right, so the inside of the card is done. We will now clean that off. The pad that I used is from my Stamparatus. There's a pad in there, and then you use that pad with the photopolymer, which that's what this is a photopolymer stamp. The red rubber stamps don't need this because they're much thicker. So let's get that off of here. Okay, we're done with that one. And the other thing we're going to stamp today is the sentiment. That would be joy to the world. And we're going to get that out here. There we go. And one of the things that I also used was the Ornate Frames die. This is part of the Monster Bash set suite. I have used these almost on everything. The die I used for this small white sentiment piece is this smaller one of these two. I used both of these. This one I used to die cut this background behind the Joy to the World stamp. But I use this almost all the time. It's been a wonderful, wonderful set. I hope they don't get rid of it when the holiday catalog retires. So let's make sure we've got the words on correctly. Let's do it this way. And I have ink on my fingers. Hold on just a second. Get a baby wipe out. Try to get that ink off my hands, especially when you're using white. Now, okay, let's put this down here. And just set that down on there. Try and get it centered. I know this isn't very big. Okay. And we're using the Blueberry Bushel ink. Yay! Did it correctly. That's always nice. Wipe that off right away. Get that ink off of there. Okay. And that goes there. So we basically now have all of our stamping done. I'll put that off to the side. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our base card back again, and we're going to, we have a piece of Blueberry Bushel. That's going to be the first layer, and that piece of Blueberry Bushel is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and everything will be posted on my blog and on my YouTube channel later. My YouTube channel is Arid Desert Designs, and that is the letters are, I mean, the words are all together. There's no space in between. That's how you'll find me on YouTube. And we will be using our multi-purpose liquid glue to adhere this. This is probably one of my favorite glues. It gives you some time, gives you a little bit of wiggle room to be able to lay your cardstock down and move it around if you have to. I try to line it up on 3 sides and then just kind of drop it. As you can see, it's a little bit off, but you can move it around. And don't push it down really hard when you're first putting it down, because that will really set it quickly. Now, once you find out that you're in the center, you've got it centered, then go ahead and rub it down. Okay, the next piece is going to be a piece of our designer series paper from the Feels Like Frost suite, and these papers are just gorgeous. There are, I believe, 40 sheets in the pack. They're 6 by 6, not the usual 12 by 12, but they're photographs on one side, and as you can see, they're a shiny paper with a pattern on the other side. And I want this pattern, I want this piece down with the tree portion down on in the lower left-hand corner. I'm going to close this up before I put my elbow in it, which I have done, and that's not a pretty sight. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is I've already cut the pieces out for the skate, and let me show you the detailed skate. This is from the detailed skate dies, and I used this die and this die. That die went with that, and that die went with that. Okay. I also did the, there's a ribbon, and I did it one in Blueberry Bushel and one in the, what's the name of it? Oh, the silver. This is silver glimmer paper, and this is done with the Blueberry Bushel. This is the silver glimmer paper, and this is done with the Blueberry Bushel. Okay, and I just cut 2 out of the same. This is the same die, and you're just going to kind of offset it so you get some dimension to it. Okay, so we'll put that to the side. And we will come in again with our liquid glue, and you don't need a whole lot of glue. This will tack down really nice. I just put some in between, just in these bigger spaces, so that you can get some attachment down. And okay, well, that was good, Tep. Oh, you are. I'm not doing well today. See, it's not that easy to do this. Okay, I got it. A little bit more there and a little bit there. Okay. So we're just going to take this and attach this to the Blueberry Bushel. Slide it around until you've got the skate, the body of the skate will match up, and then it will offset it. It's offset on the blade area, so that gives you some dimension there. Okay, push that down a little bit, and then I use the Stampin' dimensionals on the back here. We'll put those on. You can put on as many as you want. That's up to you. And I'm going to use some of the mini dots, mini dimensionals on the skate area, just to give it some body so it doesn't collapse, which I doubt if it will, especially as thick as that is. Yeah, I don't think I need any more. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm not going to put this down yet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two pieces that I die cut for the sentiment, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on both of these pieces. And probably only going to put 2 on here. Take the backing off. Put that down. And what I like to do is I just kind of drop it on there, and I make sure that it's straight and in the center before I push down on it, because once you push down on it, you're pretty well committed to it. So that looks pretty good, and I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of the blue portion also. Should only need 2 of those. And take the backing off. And put that down in the lower left-hand corner here. Okay. Now I'm going to glue down the 2 ribbon pieces, and remember this is offset, so you don't want glue everywhere. Let's see, it's going to be there, so I'm just going to put that in the where the knot would be on the bow. And again, all you're going to do is just offset this a little bit so that you can see that. It just gives it more dimension. And then I'm going to use a mini glue dot. And where did my pick go? There's my, take your pick tool, and I'm going to take a mini glue dot off of the roll and put that here at the back of the bow, and then I'm going to place it on my skate, on the front of the skate up at the top. Okay, now what you want to do is I didn't put the skate straight, I put it on an angle, and you're going to kind of decide where you want. I cut these pieces out from these pieces came from the Frosted Frames. All right, these two pieces came from the Frosted, oops, that's beautiful, Frosted Frames dies. It's this funny looking little die here. I cut 2 pieces of that out, and then I cut out, and those are cut out with silver. These are silver foil sheet. This is also silver foil sheet, and I cut that out from the Beautiful Bows die, which is also another beautiful set. All right, now what I did, close that up for a second. What I did here is, put that away. A little piece still in there from the die. Okay, now I snipped these apart so that I could stick them underneath the skate. And I just snipped them off. You can snip it however you want to. I did one out of Whisper White and one out of the silver foil sheet. Now, you can decide how much you want on there and how much you don't. I just kind of set it up here, and let's do this. Okay, we've got another piece still in there. Sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the white one over here. I'm going to separate these a little bit. Put that there. I'm just trying to set it up to see what, and if I've got enough or if I've got too much in the way of the leaves in the background. Let's put, boy, everything just wants to stick together. Okay, what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and put our skate down, and that's stick there. Okay. So is everybody ready for Halloween? I know I did tons of the Monster Bash coffins, gave them away as hostess gifts Saturday night at a little dinner party that I went to. So, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to place the skate down, like I said, on an angle, and then I'm going to just start gluing with the my liquid glue. And you're not going to need a lot, just a little bit. And I'm all clogged up here. Okay. Okay, put that over here. And again, this is all subjective. You can put as little or as much on as you want with regard to the amount of leaves that you use. Whatever's appealing to you and your eye. Okay. It's all a matter of what makes you happy. This is just a suggestion as to how to use it. And we're just about done here. Okay, there we go. And that's kind of nice that it's sitting up because it just gives it more depth. And then here are these funky little things from the Beautiful Bows. No, I'm sorry, from the Frosted Frames dies. They really came up with some absolutely gorgeous sets this year. For the holiday catalog. Could not be happier, more proud to represent Stampin' Up because they do some absolutely beautiful, beautiful work. Beautiful designs, easy to work with. Everything coordinates. And they make it so much fun. And I also have a wonderful team that I work with. So there you go. We're just about done. There you go. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love this card. So if you like and share my video, I would greatly appreciate it. And you can either do it here on Facebook, or if you do it on YouTube, that would be great too. I will be drawing for a prize, so you have until next, hold on just a second, let me just double check on the date. You have until Monday, November the 4th at midnight to like and share my video, and you will then be put into a drawing for a free stamp set. And I will get in contact with you and get your mailing information. So please like and share. I would really appreciate it. And I would also, if you would love to order from me, again, my blog address is ariddesertdesigns.com, and here's the host code. One of the things that I will post this video on my blog, and all the products that I used today will be on the blog, and there'll be a direct link to my store at Stampin' Up. And I want to tell you that I really appreciate you coming and watching my video and sharing it. And if you decide to become a Stampin' Up demonstrator, that would be fantastic. There are wonderful benefits. You can get 20% off if you were to become a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Doesn't mean you have to sell anything. You can just do it as a hobby. So give me a shout out, and I really appreciate your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Again, I'm Teppy Schwartzel with Arid Desert Designs, and I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Bye.